into College Corner. It is Tuesday, and it is a fantastic college basketball slate we have ahead of us today. I've got 3 of my best picks for the day. All these will be, we got a mid-major game, and we've got 2 games in the Big East. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe, drop a like on the video as well, and comment down below with any other content you want to see from us in college basketball. We'll have some previews for the conference tournaments as well, and as always, our March Madness bracket predictions coming soon, not too long from Selection Sunday. Let's get into the first pick. One of my favorites on the day. It is the over in Xavier and Villanova. It's set at 147.5. Make sure as well you're shopping and finding the best line in this game. Some books will have 148.5. 147.5 is definitely one I want to play. These teams met up earlier this season and combined for 166 points. One of my favorite things to do in college hoops in terms of basically a system play for me, whenever I see a fast-paced team against a slow-paced team, I go and take the over, mostly because the slower-paced team tends to play more to the pace of the fast-paced team. Things tend to speed up, and it's not really adjusted in the betting line. So we've got Xavier, who ranks 38th in pace, and Nova, who ranks 333rd in pace. Now, that's not the only reason I love this play. The matchup here for both teams offensively is very, very good. Nova's taken almost over 48% of their shots come from 3, and Xavier has not been good defending the 3. They rank 308th in three-point defense. Opponents are shooting 36.6% this season. So very difficult for them slowing down the 3, and that's a big part of this Villanova offense. They've also just gotten Justin Moore back the last few games too. I know they haven't been able to get things going on the win column, but I think this is an opportunity here on the road where they will be competitive in this game and give themselves a chance to win. For Xavier, though, offensively, they take a number of shots from 2. That is predominantly where you're going to see their offense come from. And Nova ranks 215th in two-point defense. They don't have a lot of length and size, and Xavier goes to Fremantle and Jack Nungy as 2 guys with plenty of length that can score for them. So I like what they can do offensively as well, and neither of these defenses do much pressuring the ball or forcing turnovers, so that's going to help with efficiency on each and every possession. I love this over. 147.5. Be sure to go get that one and lock it in. Our next game here, like I mentioned, we're going to a mid-major. We're going to the A10. I've got Richmond at home against St. Louis. Richmond is around, you can take them on the money line, you can take a -1. Some books might even have +1, depending on the time that you're watching this video. But we've got 18-9 St. Louis on the road at a 13-14 Richmond team, and Richmond is the favorite here. I think that line is telling us something. Not only that, I think this matchup favors Richmond quite a bit here. 44% of Richmond's shots are from 3. That's top 30 in the country. High volume three-point shooting team. St. Louis has been very good defending inside against the 2, but they actually are bottom half in college basketball in defense against the 3. So I like the matchup there offensively. And then as well for Richmond, they have a lot of length. Burton, Quinn, Grace, those are 3 of their more high volume shooters and scorers and producers. They're all 6'7" or above. I think it's Quinn that's like a 7-footer. And St. Louis, they attack inside, but they're fairly undersized. They don't take many threes at all. They rank 299th in three-point offense. And Richmond does a good job with that length defending the 2. So I like what they can do defensively. I like the advantage they have offensively. And they do a really good job of limiting second chance opportunities. They're top 50 in opponent free throw attempts per possession, and they're top 20 in defensive rebounding. So with great length defending, contesting shots, if these ones aren't going in, we're not going to see St. Louis have a lot of opportunities to put these ones back. And that's going to give Richmond some opportunity to really pull away here with that three-point offense, like I mentioned. So take Richmond. I know it's in a matchup here where they have a record that's significantly worse. The line doesn't make a lot of sense, but the matchup is very good here for the Spiders. So definitely lock in Richmond on the money line, -1. I'm comfortable with as well. Last one up, we've got a ranked-unranked matchup between Marquette and Creighton. Marquette is on the road at Creighton, and Creighton is a 5.5-point favorite. I'm taking the Blue Jays to cover the -5.5. I think this is a big problem for Marquette this season, and we could see some regression here in the latter half, but especially against quality three-point shooting teams. We've seen them struggle. It's been their Achilles heel this season. We saw it against UConn. What was that, last week when UConn beat them by 18 at home? Creighton, again, another team that does take a number of threes. They're 77th in the country in three-point rate. Over 41% of their shots are from 3. And Marquette ranking 256th in three-point defense. So that is a problem. I'm expecting Nembhard and Baylor Baylor Shireman to excel in this matchup. So if you're looking at player props in these games or building any same game parlays, I would definitely look at Creighton to cover the number, and then look at Shireman or Nembhard to either go over their points or go over their three-pointers. These guys are listed at like 1.5 and 2.5. So definitely look at those guys if you're looking to build the same game parlay in this game, which should be a great game. Marquette as well struggles on the glass on both sides of the court. So we're talking about limiting second chance opportunities, and we're also talking about them getting second chance opportunities. So a problem for me there with Kalkbrenner as a great rebounder for the Blue Jays as well. Marquette is an efficient two-point offense. They're actually number one. They're shooting almost 60% this season, but Creighton's definitely going to give them problems, like I mentioned, with Kalkbrenner up the middle. But Creighton ranks 19th in two-point defense, so should slow down their efficiency there. But Marquette is a predominantly three-point shooting team as well, but Creighton is having opponents shoot under 34% this season from three. So I do think it's a good matchup here for Creighton. I've put in a future on Creighton a while ago, probably a month ago now, to get them at like plus 5,000. They're one of the, I think they're almost a top 10 team from KenPom in their overall team rating. So if you're looking into locking in some futures before the tournament, I like Creighton. I think they're going to make a run here in the Big East, especially in tournament play. And this is a good win to get on the resume to build that seed come tournament time as well. So big game here in the Big East, which has been very, very tight down the stretch. Definitely one you want to watch, but I like Creighton to cover minus 5.5, much like UConn did last week, as these are two very similar teams. UConn's a little bit better defensively than Creighton is, but Creighton's still a quality group and very good offensively as well. So go take Creighton minus 5.5. Okay, to recap, we're on the Xavier, Villanova over 147.5, Richmond on the money line, and then as well with Creighton minus 5.5. Again, if you guys enjoy the video, let me know. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We'll be dropping plenty of content all throughout this week and the next few weeks, previewing each of these slates, previewing the conference tournaments as they come next week. I think it's on Monday we're going to be opening some of the smaller mid-major tournaments as well. So go be sure to check that out by subscribing to the channel and turning those notifications on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.